pirating old Nintendo games is a good thing and you should do it, is what I would say if I was a filthy criminal. You should never pirate Nintendo games, but there's several reasons why criminal scum think you should. As a joke, I will argue from their perspective, but to be clear, I'm a good little Nintendo fanboy who knows you should legally purchase— God damn, that's a long sentence. Who knows that you should legally purchase your games and play them on their proprietary hardware. So anyway, what makes pirating Nintendo games such a good thing? Well, there's a lot of great selfish reasons. Like, most of the time, it's just a way better player experience. Sure, some games have these weird glitches that make them not run as smoothly on emulation, but a hell of a lot more of them run even better than they did on their original console. And they don't just run better, they look better, and you can play them with exponentially better controllers. You want to play Mario Kart Wii with a pro Xbox controller at 60 FPS? Go for it, champ. You want to play Super Smash Bros. Melee with your friends but don't want to buy an overpriced and overused GameCube? Well, you can just play it with actually good controllers on your overpriced PC instead. That's not even the best part though. You could fully own your pirated games without anyone telling you what to do with them. Let me give you an annoying example from a different company. Ubisoft has their own digital storefront where you could buy games that they make, but you don't get to do whatever you want with the games once you buy them. Obviously, you shouldn't have the right to redistribute a game illegally, but they block the ability to download their games on more than 10 computers. But why do you need to download a game on 10 computers? I don't, but I also don't appreciate having my own piece of property restricted by the company that sold it to me. I should be able to download Far Cry on 1,000 computers without Ubisoft being in my fucking business. Imagine if we did this with other products. Let's say I go to the store and buy a porterhouse steak. I'm not gonna have some random Walmart manager following me around making sure I cook it correctly. I could just say fuck it, fold the thing in half like a pizza and use it as a fleshlight with zero punishments. I mean, you probably shouldn't do that, but I feel like you should be able to fuck around with your own property as much as you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. We should be able to mod our games, back them up on cloud servers, and emulate them all we want. But I could go on and on about our selfish wants. Do these actions make up for the harm we are causing Nintendo? I would say yes, but it just doesn't hurt Nintendo at all. Any game that isn't made for the Switch isn't officially sold by Nintendo anymore. You can't even buy the old consoles either. However, the multi-billion-dollar company still speaks out about piracy of their games publicly and often. It would make sense if the Switch was being pirated like there's no tomorrow, but the most popular emulator for Nintendo games is Dolphin by far. Dolphin is an emulator for the GameCube and Wii, two consoles that Nintendo doesn't sell games for. So who's losing out on money if you pirate and emulate your games? Well, people who resell them. Oh, that's nice, Nintendo. So you won't be making any money, you just don't want me to have any. Nah, that's fine. Maybe I could just get some sports game on the GameCube. Okay, bro, I'm genuinely convinced Nintendo has a cuck fetish. You're telling me that I can't just find a ROM online? You want me to pay hundreds of dollars and you won't receive a fucking penny? Nintendo, what do you get from this relationship? As far as I could see, you get absolutely nothing. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna download a free ROM off a website that I can't tell you about. However, there are plenty of subreddits who are looking to get your career in piracy started. Keeping gaming history alive is something that these companies are notoriously terrible at. I'm just saying, if they're not gonna pick up the slack, we have to. Almost every other major form of entertainment is protected by cloud copies and modern storage devices. When I grow old and have kids, I can scar them with death grips just like I did to my girlfriend decades before. Or if I'm feeling generous, I could cook up a bag of popcorn and watch Shrek 2 in the year 2070. Something that I wouldn't be able to do without emulation is show them the wondrous rage of getting hit by a blue shell 10 feet away from the finish line in a close race. Nintendo wants to block that experience from your child behind a large paywall that they won't even receive money from. Oh, but game companies release new versions of their old consoles. Yeah, and they usually suck. $100 for a fucking box of emulated PlayStation games? You're high if you think I won't just do that on my own for free. Actually, we can do better than these companies. A lot of these fake consoles attempt to replicate the experience of having an old console while making as little changes as possible. This leaves next to no room for customization. In an emulator like Dolphin, you can mess around with an ass ton of settings to perfectly balance nostalgia and innovation. Other than accessibility, there's no other reason to buy old consoles to play Wii games. So I am literally begging you on my hands and knees, learn how to emulate games so you can preserve and fully own your games. Don't let big dick Nintendo bend you over and fuck you with legal definitions. Sure, piracy is illegal, but if a company has no direct way for us to purchase their products, they should have no say over how we obtain them. And no, it's not stealing, it's simply copying a game. So to end this video, I will give you a link on how to use and download Dolphin. Also, go to Reddit and find r/ROMs, they have everything you need in the mega thread. So with that, I love you all. I will upload someday. My computer just got fucking erased, so I have to get all my old data back. Uploads might be a little bit slower, but that's okay. I will be back, I promise. I love you all. Peace.